I'm Chef Star. This week you are in for a treat, a vegetarian meatless meatloaf. What? Yes. We're going to go ahead and start it. We're going to do this in 3 segments, so let's get it done. So we're going to go ahead and start with the ingredients that we're going to be using. Vegetarian does not mean we do not use eggs or dairy products. So as you can see here, we have chickpeas, we have pinto beans, we have oats, which is rolled oats. We have some herbs and spices. This will be down in the description. Some mild cheddar cheese, as well as some egg replacement, 2 tablespoons of water, and we have some tea mix, which we'll explain that later, and some fresh chopped onions and garlic. Then we also have, we're going to be making some sauce. Sorry. And this is just in case we need to make some extra cheese and grate it. These are all the ingredients that you'll need for the meatless meatloaf. And you'll need a food processor in order to put it all together. Of course, a bread pan. And now we're going to go ahead and start mixing all of these ingredients. So we're going to set this to the side, and we're just going to put everything in the food processor. Move this out of the way so you can see what's going on here. So I'm going to start with the chickpeas. Oops, we're dropping things. And we're going to put the pinto beans in as well. And this is 15 ounces of pinto beans and 15 ounces of chickpeas. You're going to go ahead and put your herbs and spices in. Oh, that smells great. And it's so pretty. Look at this. It's so pretty. You see? And this water we're going to mix with the egg replacement. And that was 1 tablespoon of egg replacement and 2 tablespoons of water. And it gets this real thick consistency. Can you come in? Doesn't look too good, but it is. Trust me. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. So we're going to let that sit for a few moments. We're going to sit that there. I'm going to bring some garlic and drop it in there. We're going to put a little bit of onion. And some of the soup mix. And this is vegetarian soup mix, which you can find at any grocery store. You can choose whichever brand you like. Just make sure you get the vegetable mushroom, because that's the one that's vegetarian. And then we're going to go ahead and add their egg replacement. So we're just going to add half of it at a time, because it gets kind of thick. Weird. And we're just going to blend this up. One moment. You come in. Blend it down. Still going to leave some chunkiness to it as we add more. Pinto beans. We haven't even added the oats yet, so we'll go ahead and add some of those in there. Ooh, this is kind of messy, but we'll clean it up. No worries. And some more pinto beans. And it's just going to be a few moments with this. Rest of the egg replacement. I'm adding some Worcestershire sauce. That's a funny word. There's like 2 tablespoons of that. And we're going to go ahead and blend this all up. Make sure you keep it with a little bit of chunks, not a lot. We'll add a little bit more onion there. A little bit more soup mix. Nice and flavorful. And the magic of television, this will be all blended and we'll be starting to put this in the oven. All mixed together. Take a look at that. Oh, it smells delicious, you guys. I'm telling you, delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and put this into our bread pan that we've, oh, I'm losing the earring. I'm gonna put this in the bread pan that we've already prepared with some cooking spray. And we're going to make this into a mold as best as you can. Get even. And we're going to cook this on 350 for 200, wow, not 200 anything, for 35 minutes. I would say check it at 30 minutes and it should have became what we're doing here, which is a meatless meatloaf. I'm just going to spread it out nicely. Look at all those great herbs and spices. Deliciousness right here in this pan. Can you get a look at this? Please, thank you. My camera girl is awesome. Just make it as spaced out as you can. Make sure you get in the corners. And try to make it look pretty. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're all set and ready to go in the oven. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven. And we're going to start on our yummy sides. One moment. What we're going to do is go ahead and make the sauce for the meatloaf. So we have here some chunky tomatoes and some paste and some herbs and spices, basil, onion, garlic, all that good stuff. So we use the emulsifier. And then we're going to actually put this on top because it's almost done. So, got some nice sauce here. We're ready to go ahead and spread this. Can you come in? So we're going to spread this on top and let it cook for like an additional 5 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and start with the vegan macaroni and cheese. Yay! So we're just going to go ahead and spread the sauce on here. We're going to let it bake some more. It's already been in there for 30 minutes. I'm going to take it out and spread the sauce and let it bake for like another 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'll take it out and sit it to the side and let it cool for about 10 minutes. And then we'll plate it, but of course not before we get this mac done. Back in the oven this goes. Here we are, macaroni and cheese. We have elbow macaroni. This is actually 2 cups here. 2 cups of soy milk. We have some fresh cashews, unsalted. This is actually oat flour, nutritional yeast. This is garlic, some smoked paprika. Can you come in? And some sea salt and some garlic powder. We also have some onions that we are going to granulate, and this is cornstarch. This is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and some sriracha to your liking. So what we're going to do, oh, we're also going to add 1 more cup of soy, so it's going to be a total of 3 cups of soy. So we already have our quart saucepan on the stove cooking right now so it can get to a boil, and then we'll add this macaroni. But let's go ahead and get started on the cheese. So what you're going to also need today, we're going to use the food processor again. So we're going to add our cashews. Oh, and this is 2 cups of cashews. So we're going to add them all. There's no need to soak them if you're using an actual food processor. So we're going to add everything in there. And you say, how are we going to make this cheese? Oh, but this is going to be cheese. Everything. Nutritional. And we're going to add onion. A little at a time. And then the cornstarch. And then I go ahead and add some milk. And now I'm going to mix this first batch. I don't think we have it on tight. And it's not plugged up. Now we can do it. You're just going to keep adding and building it up. And just go ahead and get it all in there. Can you take a look at him? This is almost together. So you always want a towel. Alright, so here we have our vegan cheese. There's no animal byproducts in here at all. And this looks delicious. So now we're going to go ahead and move over to the stove and put our pasta on. So I always like to add a little bit of olive oil to my boiling water. And we have vegetable broth in there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this pasta in there. And we're going to let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes till it gets al dente. And then we'll add our cheese sauce. All of it. So just going to be a few moments. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add the cheese sauce. I'm just going to let this cook for a little bit. For a few moments, of course. And add some more. I'm just going to put this in the oven. About 15 minutes. So it can get nice and cheesy. Okay. Here we are. We are going to make the dessert now. We have some sliced Fiji apples, some dates, some agave nectar, ginger, cinnamon, granulated sugar, white sugar, walnuts, brown sugar, and some whiskey. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to heat these in a saute pan until they're just a little tender, and then we're going to bring it all together and you'll see the final meet me at the stove. Alright, so what I went and done is add some vegan butter to the pan. So we're going to be adding the apples. I'm just going to let them cook down for a few moments. And let them cook down, and then we'll add everything else. Okay, so they're nice and hot. So we're going to go ahead and add the cinnamon and sugar and ginger, as well as the base and brown sugar. And of course, it wouldn't be for adults if we didn't actually add that whiskey. And go ahead and cook down. It smells absolutely delicious. And a little agave. This is so delicious, you guys. So I'm going to let this cook down, and then we'll plate it up. Make it pretty. See you at the table. We have the meatless meatloaf. Can you believe that's meatless? We're just going to go ahead and cut it. Look at that. Look at that. You already know this is going to be delicious. Yes. So we're going to plate it up. Give you a nice little presentation. So here is your meatless meatloaf, your vegan macaroni and cheese. We topped it with a little chiffonade spinach just to bring it all together because it makes the plate look pretty. And your hot apples with dates, walnuts, and some whiskey. Oh, we're ready to go ahead and dig into this. But before we do, wait. Alright, so here we go. Oh, look how cheesy that is. You are going to be pleasantly pleased, I'm telling you. So good. The meatloaf. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe. Come back every week. Next week, tell your friends, share, post, like, all that great stuff. This is my 4th week, and I'm so glad to be here. So glad that you are my people. Now bring some new people. Thank you for joining the Colorful Kitchen. Oh. Look.